Hi, and welcome back to Liquid Lunch, and it's Women's Day, and it is my absolute privilege, oh my goodness, let's try that again with the words, privilege to announce Sharon Nelson, who is the CEO of Crew, a national nonprofit organization providing nonpartisan, professional, really focusing in on a political focus for young women and young talent. And it's just such an honor to have you here on our show.
Thank you, Consuelo. Thank you, John. I'm so
Thanks for
excited
joining
to
us.
be here.
So Sharon,
Yes?
this is a great time for this because we're talking a little earlier in the show about how the people that are like all red and all blue and so zealous, that's like hurting America. And there's this big area in the middle of people that have some reds and blues, and we need more diversity. We don't need 95 old white guys in there. We don't need two 70-year-old white guys running for president. So you guys are not only empowering women, but you're empowering people from all walks of life to try to get into politics. Tell us a little bit about Crew's mission.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that introduction, John. I think that it's really important that people understand that women built this country and built all of our platforms just as much as the men have. And it's really important that women understand that it's not a matter of waiting your turn or taking your time. If you're ready for this, it's ready for you. And, there's no second-class citizenship or no, well, let me ask somebody, or waiting to be asked. Traditionally, women have waited to be asked to run for office or to do something. And we're not in that world anymore. We're in a world where people elevate their voices, they feel their beliefs, they get that fire going in their belly, and they do what they have to do.
And Sharon, what was your motivation to really get involved and to build this organization?
Well, actually, it's interesting because I spent the difference of, I want to say, but a couple of decades of my life working in politics, in a political environment, and seeing a lot of things. I mean, it's very interesting because people don't realize how much politics invades everybody's daily lives. And the more people start to realize that, the more they'll realize the importance of voting and the importance of being a participant and stepping up to do what you have to do. You can't wait for somebody else to do it for you or say, oh, well, the government will take care of it, or, my father will do this for me or my mother will do that for me, because at the end of the day, we are all individuals making decisions, hopefully for the better quality of life that we all are looking for.
Well, Sharon, this is an amazing movement. You're starting here, but I got a couple of bones to pick with your organization.
Do it, pick me.
So first of all, I want to tell you that I am a former man of distinction for the World of Women, my mom's women's help organization. Much props to the WOW. But I have another friend of mine who's running an organization called 21 and 21, and they're trying to get 21 women elected to New York City Council seats in 2021. And quite bright, quite intelligent, great person. But I say, isn't it a little bit of exclusion when you say you only want to get women elected? Like, could it be possible that all 21 spots that they're talking about are only good for women? Isn't there like one guy who could compete?
Well, you shouldn't look at it that way.
Okay.
Because think about it. It takes two to tango, right? And if everybody was one, then it wouldn't work. Whereas, for the longest, men have had exclusive clubs and men have had organizations that, even look at Spanky on the Little Rascals. I don't want to date myself, but they had the He-Man Women Haters Club. Remember that?
So you guys are starting the He-Woman Man Haters
Well,
Club
no,
now.
but guess what? Guess what? This is the decade of the woman.
I like it.
And if you're not
I
with
get it.
us, then hey, we got to leave you on the curb.
Well, hey.
Wow. Oh my God, this round of applause going on. JT, you didn't realize
Welcome
that this
to
is a day.
Sharon Nelson's
Women's
Liquid
Day.
Lunch. No, but I'm poking a little fun at it, and I totally get it. My mom's a philanthropist. I'm all about women empowerment. In fact, this is my show, and on Wednesday, we make it Women Wednesday so that we can hear the woman's perspective on a lot of things, business, politics, arts, all that stuff. And I think, I was just talking to my makeup artist, Jade, a little earlier, and I was saying, she said women are the power, and I said, if you really think about it, you're probably right. They're more organized than us. They're more responsible than us men, and they live longer than us men. So, at this point, I think women are 52% of the population. So you're in the majority. So, I think women have got to the main objective. They just got to let everybody else know they're in charge.
JT, I think that's very evolved of you to say
Well,
that.
thank you.
Just saying,
I'm
right?
trying to evolve as we speak.
And let me give a shout out to your mom
Oh,
for raising such a fine son.
Yes.
Okay?
You
Because
see,
that is a
I know
woman
what to say
that knows
when I'm
what
being
she's
examined.
doing, okay?
Good.
So Sharon, in the midterm elections back in 2018, the blue wave, Democratic Party was jumping up and down, the most women, the most minorities, the most. And then 2020 comes down to 270 some odd white guys. We're not there yet in the Democratic Party, are we?
Well, the problem is sort of a lack of a vote of confidence in a way. We do have very qualified, very well-established women, but the problem is a lack of resources at times, and sometimes it's just not, the elements aren't put together the right way. So I'm a nonpartisan person,
I know you
so
are.
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, I think that the playing field is wide open for a Democratic or Republican woman. I think that what needs to happen is we need people who care about this country, who care about their community. We don't need people who make empty or false promises that they knew they could never keep. And I think that something happens to people, men and women, when they're running for office, when they're being elected, because they're so ambitious that sometimes the truth is not important. And I think that we can all examine ourselves on that particular note.
Sharon, and to that point, can you talk about any of the specific success stories that you've had from your program? Because it's been extraordinary, and as you're going in, really, this is the centennial of the suffragette. Could you let people know actually where they can go, find more information? What's your website?
Sure. Thank you so much. My website is www.crewomen.org. That's www.crewwomen.org. And our success stories, well, we don't take credit for getting people elected. What we take the credit for is giving them the right toolbox.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's that fire in your body, the je ne sais quoi, that helps you get where you need to go.
Oh, je ne
look
sais
at
quoi, the joie de vivre, and all that other good stuff.
You are the je ne sais quoi.
You are great. Sharon Nelson, thank you so much. You got to go check out Crew Women, nonpartisan organization helping women from all walks of life learn how they can get involved in the political process and potentially run for office. Thank you for all the work you do for your community, the women community. Thank you for being there with us. We're just breezing through the hour, but do not go anywhere. We're coming back right after this with model, actress, and super mom, Zen Sams, coming up right after this.